Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the 808 Podcast. It's a podcast where we take business owners, CEOs, and whoever else I feel like. 4 questions, 8 minutes and 8 seconds, because 808 looks like Bob. And here we go. Question number one, in a few sentences, tell us who you are and what do you do?
Yeah, my name is Gary Malcolm. I'm the owner of Key Growth Coaching and Consulting. And basically, I help small business owners make more and work less. And the services I offer inside that are business one-on-one coaching, peer advisory boards. And I also offer a series of Pinnacle Success System courses, which are one-day courses that are iterative and designed to decommoditize business.
Perfect. Love it there, Gary. Question number two, what advice are you going to share? Go for it.
Yeah, I think the advice I'm going to share is really about the heart of what I offer in the courses in decommoditizing business.
So how do you do that?
Well, you start by identifying what's your gift. What is it that you're the best at doing in business? What is it that gives you the most return? And when most of us hear return, we instantly start thinking about money, but that's not always it. When I'm talking about that, I'm also talking about gives you the most satisfaction and energy. What do you do that when you do it, you're more energized after? So
Okay.
that's the first step. Number two would be, getting real with your productivity. We can't multitask. we end up doing a lot of everything, or we end up doing a lot and not getting everything accomplished that we want to, or it takes you more time than you anticipate. And there's a lot to investigate around productivity, but really just start by blocking off your time, purging the mess and clutter in your business and your life. So that stuff's just out of the way. The other thing that is highly recommended: stop doing the stuff you should be paying others to do. And basically, that's anything that's
Well, let me ask you this. What did you stop doing when you went through this process yourself? What did you stop doing and started paying other people to do?
bookkeeping. Is a great example, right? Bookkeeping. Found out that I'm also not a very good video editor. So like I'm going to be paying other people to video edit my content.
Perfect. That works there. So were those the two steps, or is there any other steps?
No, we got two more steps.
Okay.
First step is when we all start business, we often say yes to anybody that's willing to pay us. Right? And even if it's outside of what we really offer. So get flat on what your ideal product or service is and your ideal customer. And, we sometimes confuse ideal customer with the customer that pays us the most.
Right.
But I think we can all probably relate to, so anybody that's owned a business, is sometimes our best customer is also the one that soaks up the most time and resources and doesn't end up being really like, when you start adding up all that time and resources you're spending on that customer, it's not as valuable. So it's just kind of like another way to like look at it.
Yeah. Actually, to add on to that is I always remember that I had this one guy I'm talking to. We're going through the process, and I knew if he hired us, he's going to be that client. He's going to be one that takes a little more time. And you take some of those, you don't always that part there, but then he wanted a discount. And I told him, and he wanted half off. I thought I told him, no, because you're going to be twice the work.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So that's a perfect example too, because it's just that, and hey, there's nothing wrong. That's what we do when we start. And then, but after we're established, that's time to really that's the opportunity really, is take a look. What is your ideal product and service? What is your ideal customer? You might have to cut off that bottom stuff that's soaking up time that you shouldn't be spending on.
Yep.
And then and number four really is like, once you put all that new awareness and growth, that you've gained from knowing what you're gifted at, what your strengths are, really being effective in your productivity, and then really getting like the marriage of ideal product and service and your ideal customer. Now you can actually make your business saleable and scalable.
Right.
So that is what decommoditizes your business.
That makes a lot of sense. Here, let's get to question number 3. What other top CEOs, business owners, or influencers that you know are successful, just like you, that you would like to give a shout out to, and they should be guests of my podcast?
Well, I think the first person that's top of mind for me is Nick Hughes, the CEO and founder of Founders Live, which is a startup pitch community.
Perfect. I'll look them up there. Number 4, final fun question. Gary, tell me about your first sale.
When I think of my first sale, the first thing that pops into my head is the first day of opening the doors on the Subway franchise that I had purchased.
Mm.
They're making my first sandwich and bringing in that first sale. I can remember my hands were shaking.
Yeah. Do you still have that Subway franchise?
Nope. I had 2 Subway franchises and I let those go years ago.
Yeah, years ago there. That works there. Yeah, so perfect. So Gary, you now have 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. So here's what we can do. We can do some promo time. You could ask me a question. You can talk about the weather. Or since the best know when to be concise and when to end early, we end early. Go for it.
Yeah, no, I think I'd like to start with is asking you a question, Bob, is like what is it in this world that you're creating around all of these podcasts, and how difficult has it been for you to do, or has it been pretty simple once you got it figured out?
So it was simple once I figured it out, because the goal was I basically decommoditize my podcast. Everything. You don't need intro music or outro music, because everyone says you need those, because now you have to pay someone to do it or do it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone keeps talk about, well, that's only like $5 an episode, no big deal. Well, first off, you have to send the information to the VA or whoever you're going to do. You have to check the work at least the first couple times to make sure it's good. You have to wait for the invoice. You have to pay the invoice. It starts becoming a time issue, it's not just taking $5 and throwing it at someone. So I was like, take it all there. So now it's become super, super easy for me. And I love the networking I get out of it.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Yep, there you go. You do have 1 minute, 40 seconds left. You want to do some promo time?
Yeah, let's do some promo.
I'll allow it.
Yeah, the other thing that I haven't mentioned within all that I offer is it's really specifically designed for the small business owner. So what does that mean? We know that small business owners don't like spending a lot on creating more business, right? Like you tell somebody, hey, you can spend this much on marketing. Well, they're doing the math. Like, what's my return on investment there, right? Well, my range, like my courses, which if I could do one thing for every business owner, it'd be go do my courses. They're a whopping $275 a piece, and it's going to transform your business.
Love it there. Love it. Hey, you pulled it off there. You did 4 questions in 8 minutes and 8 seconds. And why is it 8 minutes and 8 seconds?
Well, because 808 equals Bob.
That exactly there. Perfect. What is your website? Say it real quick.
keygrowthcoaching.com.
It's in the description. It's magic. Gary, thank you so much for being on. Tip of the hat to you.
Thanks, Bob.
You're welcome. And for everyone else watching or listening, I am legally required to tell you to like, share, comment, subscribe, thumbs up, ring the bell, whatever the heck the social media network tells you to do. You all have a wonderful day now. Talk to you later. Bye.